last hadith.
Munir, yes.
The next hadith, Hudur, إذ أوحى الله إلى عيسى إني قد أخرجت عبادا لي لا يدان لأحد بقتالهم. And Allah has revealed to Jesus, Isa, I have أخرجت عبادا, I have sent
Two people. The Yajooj and Majooj, two people.
Two people. Nobody has got the hands to fight against them.
Yes.
فحرز عبادي إلى الطور. And
You prepare or excite people, which means that prepare them and tell them to take shelter by the Tur.
yes. ويبعث الله يأجوج ومأجوج, and Allah will send Yajooj and Majooj, وهم من كل حدب ينسلون.
That's right. Okay. The point, I know this very well. The point which I make and stress is this, that by the time Jesus comes, whether according to the old school he descends from heaven, or according to Ahmadiyyas he is born as a person of the Ummah of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he's entitled Jesus and entitled Mahdi, and both are the same. This is our viewpoint. But anyway, whoever he is, as long as he's called Jesus, unless he appears, there can be no question of Yajooj, Majooj having been appeared before, and Muslim people should have dealt with them successfully. Even Jesus or Mahdi, they are told that even you do not have power to materially confront them and defeat them. So how can Saddam Hussein? That has been the question I've been raising. How stupid are such excited people, they raise their banners and hold, make faces, things, and, just go mad out of excitement. That now has come Saddam Hussein to defeat them and destroy them. And it is so stupid. The Holy Quran tells a different story, Hadith tells a different story, and their story is neither here nor there. So they should carefully study the message of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and understand from that until Jesus appears, no one on earth has power or is granted power to defend against Yajooj, Majooj or Dajjal, whatever name you give him. And secondly, even Jesus will not be granted that power to physically. Both questions are answered. Now what is the meaning of Tur? Tur is the place of Tajalli, where Allah revealed himself. And much greater Tur than that Tur came in the form of Ahmad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. The Holy Quran says, "Law anzalna a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Law anzalna hadha al-Quran ala jabalin lara'aytahu khashi'an mutasaddian min khashyatillah. Wa tilka al-amthalu nadribuha lin-nasi la'allahum yatafakkarun." Why don't they become of those people who yatafakkarun? On Tur, that tajalli of Allah was revealed, and it was shattered into pieces. And Moses swooned and fell unconscious. But the Holy Quran says, this is the Quran which is revealed to you, O Prophet Muhammad. this Quran could not shatter you. It's still intact. And you carry the weight of this tajalli while Moses could not. The Tur indicates that. The whole story of what happened there is recollected. And that shows that seek shelter in the Quranic teaching. By Tur, I'm very sure it does not apply to any mountain anywhere in the world, because no mountain can give shelter against the Dajjal and its bombardment and nuclear holocaust and this and that. It's just too naive to think that there would be a mountain which will provide shelter to Muslims at such time and Jews at such time, and he'll escape their wrath if they have their wrath on him. So Tur can only mean, in this context, tajalli of God which appeared on Prophet Muhammad ﷺ as the Holy Quran. So it said, Jahid bihim jahadan kabira. You have you should launch a war against them with the Holy Quran. You should seek shelter in the teachings of the Holy Quran. If you do that, then God will see to it that you are successful. It may take time, indeed, because the Quran, when it was revealed previously, it did not give fatah to the Muslim, provide fatah to the Muslims immediately as it was revealed. For the first 13 years, Rasulullah remained a target of persecution. So people should not be too hasty to draw conclusions from these traditions. They only give you the right path. They only tell you what to do. And in this case, this hadith means that the Messiah and his followers, they should seek shelter in the Quranic teaching, where the Quran prevents them from taking the physical means to fight the enemy. They should remain aloof. And where the Quran tells them to say prayer, then the prayer is the answer. So this is the real application of this hadith in totality, which I believe is true. And who doesn't agree with me, let him fight out. Let him take the sword in his hand and destroy America. Please. I have drawn this inference that tajalli in this case was the Quran. And Tur was the heart of Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah. Now, I am not doing it from my own self. I am drawing this conclusion based exactly on the Holy Quran, which says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Inna aradna al-amanata al-amana ala samawati wal ardi wal jibali fa abayna an yahmilnaha fa hamalaha al-insan washfaqna minha fa hamalaha al-insan. Who is al-insan except as the Muhammad Rasulullah? So that tajalli which previous prophets, the spiritual people, are as-sawa, and great prophets among them, like they are referred to as Jibal, they were afraid. And the worldly people, of course, represents the worldly people. They could not carry al-amana. But Muhammad Rasulullah did. So he is greater than that Tur which is mentioned. He is the greatest human jabal that was ever created by Allah. And he accepted it and delivered the goods because it is called al-amana. If Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam can be conceived as having not delivered the amana which he was bestowed upon by Allah, it's kufr, it is a total denial of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this verse fully supports my inference from the other verse and inference from the hadith. The sum total of the message would be that we have bestowed amana to Muhammad Rasulullah sallam, who was the greatest man on earth, and he was a person who did it knowing the difficulties, and he was not a person who could do khiyana in the amana. So seek shelter in him and in the amana. That is the message which will be delivered to Jesus when he descends. Come under his protection. Come under the protection of the Quran, and you have no fear. And pray. Specific instruction would be to pray. Now people think that prayer is just an additional something. It does not bring about huge changes in the world. It is they are wrong absolutely. When Allah has specifically mentioned that even Jesus cannot successfully fight and frustrate the invasion of Dajjal or Yajooj, Majooj, then what can be done about it? Only Allah can do it. And if only Allah can do it, then you must pray. Without prayer, it cannot be brought about. So whenever these things happen, for instance, Iraq was threatened or other Muslim countries are facing problems, I specifically make it binding on me to pray earnestly during the night hours, and I understand because this is the message delivered to Mahdi according to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is what the followers of the Imam Mahdi should always do. When you pray, things begin to happen. And in this case, when people were dancing in the streets, we Ahmadis were praying, and Allah has saved Iraq from further cruelty being perpetrated against it. But still, it's time for prayer. We must pray on, because the danger is still hovering over the Iraqi people. They are very cruel people with whom we are dealing. Immensely cruel and unscrupulous. One man, Saddam, challenges their authority, and they make the whole country suffer, even poor innocent children. What justice is in that? Absolutely no justice. If they want to destroy Saddam, go ahead, let them do if they can. But if they can't, they have no right to make the people, poor innocent people of Iraq, suffer for whatever they call the folly of Saddam Hussein. This is not true. This is not honest. If some European countries and Russia and China disagree with Clinton's policies, and they do, if they had power, did they have right to make all Americans suffer for that? This is what the big people, proud people should try to understand. So I hope things will improve and things will become better. But if they really suffer for the people of Iraq, they should pray. That is my message.